You join me in session, and this time I'm at Bugley Pools. It's a lovely little intimate venue. I'm going to be focusing on kingfisher pool for the duration. I've had a busy day, so I haven't got in here until late. I'm heading furthest end of the Carp. It's really quiet. I've seen a few fish down there. I'm going to get the rods out, see what's happening, but you never know. I could be moving, but I am joined by the fishery owner tomorrow, so I'll certainly pick his brains and hopefully we'll have a carp to show you. At the first bite, I'm very chuffed indeed. Matt's very good down there. He allows you to basically fish the whole way around the lake. It operates on day ticket. Obviously, if it's full, you've got to more or less stay to your swim. But as myself and him have got an exclusive, you've got a rod in the main swim and then one dotted further along. It allows you to cover a lot more of the lake and keep the fish moving. And that's kind of what we was hoping to do. Get on, how about that? First one. Get him out, see what he's about. What do you reckon? Scrape the double. First bite from Kingfisher. Scrape a double at £10. And this is one of the smallest ones in here. They go up to £30 now. Several over 20. I'm gonna pop him back, get the rod out. And fingers crossed, we're gonna have a few more to show you. Lovely little clean fish. Well, my friend, it's been well over a year, I think, since I come down here first, and it's matured lovely. Oh, that was a carp.
That was, yeah, that was far off the spot.
So yeah, we're fishing kingfisher for this session.
Yeah, we did originally start all lake exclusive, but as we found as time went on, there was a lot of sort of singular anglers that wanted to sort of come on and try and a bit of both. And yeah, it's paid off, to be fair. It's worked really well, and some good fish that have been caught by the anglers that we've had. So yeah, kingfisher now is a mixture of lake exclusive and day ticket bookings.
Okay.
So the same as mallard and moorhen. It's the biggest out of the three. It's got the slightly bigger stock out of the three. You've got the lovely sort of exclusive area right tucked up in the corner with the fire pit and the barbecue and the charging shed and little social area. So yeah, I think it's quite appealing on that front. It's a max of 4 anglers.
Okay, but there is more than that swim-wise, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, yeah. So we've got 6 swims in total. So we tend to say a max of 4 anglers for lake exclusive, but obviously sometimes we get the odd bigger party now and then. Okay. So it's either you've got a bit of option to move if it's just the 4 of you and one of you's not quite having it off in one of the swims, you can move and sort of try and make something happen in another swim.
And again, the way the swims are set up, every swim has a nice feature. You've obviously got 2 large islands on Kingfisher.
Yeah, that's it, Features everywhere. I mean, just visual features, there's a lot. But I mean, under the water as well, it's surprising, I think, because of the size of it, people think they're going to be quite shallow and quite easy. But, oh, that was a good fish.
Ooh.
That weren't far away.
I'm not looking.
Yeah, but the depths is surprisingly quite deep in here. When we dredged them out to get them back to the original lake bed, the main bowl down there, for example, you got about 14-15 foot of water, and then gradually it gets shallower as you come up. But where we are through the middle channel here, right off the bank, sort of where your rod tips are, 3 foot out from the bank, you're in about 5 to 6 foot of water. You've really got a mixed bag of fishing across the whole of the lake, really, depending on what you want. Ooh. Ooh.
Are you away?
Could be. Yep. There we go, finally, after a bit of perseverance this morning, keeping that bit of pellet and boilie trickling in for the last, well, for a few hours this morning, and eventually, a couple of hours later, it's rattled off with this lovely 15.5 pound mirror. One of Kingfisher's residents, one of the slightly smaller ones, but you can't grumble when they look like that. So yeah, we'll slip it on back, get some more bait in the on the spot, and see if we can bag ourselves a slightly bigger one. Lovely.
Right, well, what a crazy half hour that was, mate.
That was a bit manic, wasn't it?
You had a lovely one, though.
Yeah, it was a nice
15...
fish. Yeah, 15.5, wasn't it, in the end? So
mega.
yeah, I was happy.
And then, come on, stock. What we got in here.
Yeah, so you got 63 fish in there.
Very precise, I like that.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
You stocked them all yourself,
yeah,
didn't
that's it. Yeah, every fish has been sort of hand-picked, so to speak, and been put in there and all gone in and had their pictures from the stock from the stocking. So it's nice to be able to keep track as the years go on. You got probably anywhere from 4 to 6 fish in here that go from sort of 18 to low 20s.
Yeah, nice.
And then you've got around 3 fish in here that go anywhere from sort of mid 20s to 30 pounds.
Right, I move swim. I'm in the middle of the water now, really, in between the two islands, and there's been fish showing everywhere. So I've spent most of the day chasing fish around. Matt's been fishing opposite me, and in it, that lovely mid-double mirror, absolutely mint fish. But what I've decided to do, come to the evening now, is concentrate my efforts in this bowl, really. That's where the majority of the fish have been showing. So that overhang on that willow, you can see, I've drilled one in nice and tight there. Should have had a baiting pole, but standard me, left it at home, rushing about. So if you do come, bring a baiting pole. And I've got one down there, and I've got one in this channel. And like you said, you don't get many people often fishing that silty channel, but I've seen so much activity there, I can't ignore it. There's been fish boshing, there's been fizzing. So that is where them 2 rods are going for tonight. They might push a bit further back, but I've got them out. I've got a little bit of bait over each. I've listened to his advice. I managed to get some pellet over there, sort of with that scoop and a wide arc. I managed to sort of really try and litter that area. And I'll probably put a good 5-6 scoops over that. And here again, I've done the same, and I've put a couple of handfuls of boilie over and maybe 2 scoops of pellet. I'm trying to let the fish come to me now. You can keep chasing them, and that's what he said. On these small waters, it's very easy to do that. The fish shows here, you flick there, and then half hour later, one's there, and you're constantly bouncing around. And now I'm fortunate to be the only one on it for the rest of the evening. So what I don't want to be doing is make too much disturbance and push them up down the other end, because I'm pretty sure that's what happened last night. So I'm happy to have had one, but I would love another, and I would love a bigger one if I can.
Well, that can only mean one thing. Early morning bite, left hand rod down the deep gully, and it's a better fish. Let's get it out and have a look. There we go, look at that. £23.12. Beast of a common. Huge fins on it. The pecks are massive. This is one of the bigger commons in Kingfisher Pool here at Bugley Pools. Absolutely made up with this. That old cliche of come on first light. It was probably just before I was getting a bit restless, about 5:30, and I was tossing and turning. Almost felt like it should have gone. I had a good one bosh down to my left. Sort of probably about that gully. Not saying it was this fish, but then yeah, and as soon as that settled, and I was sort of working out whether I was going to get up or not, it pulled up tight, rod tip bent round, out I come, and playing it sort of in that dark bit of mist. Lovely. So I left it in the net for 20 minutes, get my camera ready, adjust the setting. The sun's just breaking through, so hopefully you'll see it well. But yeah, absolutely made up with this one. Thank you very much, my friend. I'm only here for a few more hours, so I just want to nick a bite if I can. I don't think they've been properly having it. I think you're sort of getting them as they pass in, really. They were certainly there yesterday and they were preoccupied on whatever they were there. But I mean, if it's a silk gully, it could be bloodworm or other critters. Little critters for them to go at.
Well, what about this for value for money? When you go onto the Catch app to book your venue, home and abroad, you now get a 10% discount on any angling direct. That means you can get bait and tackle to restore your tackle box and be ready for your session, so you're going to fish more for less.
So moving down the complex, Mallard's the next one.
Yes, it is, yeah. So Mallard's, as you say, the middle-sized one out of the three. So you can get up to 3 anglers on there, whether that be lake exclusive or day ticket.
Yeah.
Again, on there, the average size of fish is around the mid-double mark.
Okay.
They are all growing really well. With the biggest in there being around the sort of £28 mark, 27, £28 mark. And there's a few 20s coming through in there now as well. Sort of one end of the lake, you peg one, is quite an intricate small swim. You sort of fish the sort of smaller end of the lake where the inflow pipe is.
Yeah. Great spot, I imagine.
It is actually. It's very much underlooked. But yeah, to be fair, you can, if you can get in there nice and quietly and fish along the sort of the back edge of the margin where sort of no one else can access other from that swim.
Yeah.
So it does get overlooked quite a lot, but you can get some nice fish out of there. I know there was a guy on over the weekend and he was a bit dubious about going in there, and he actually asked to move to peg 3. But I said unfortunately he couldn't because there was another angler coming in. So he persevered, went in there, and he ended up having 3 fish, and the other 2 guys only had a couple each.
Oh,
so yeah, he had 2 of the bigger ones as well. So yeah, he was really chuffed, and he was quite happy that he stayed there in the end.
No, I bet.
Quite a good little tip, I say. If you're fishing mallard anywhere along there, it's quite good to, instead of casting over and trying to cast in tight, actually just get a bare lead, just clip it up,
straight,
cast over onto the grass on the far margin, walk around there with your bucket and your rig and everything, and just clip your rig on, lean over the reed, just drop it in nice and quietly, few scoops of bait over the top, leave it. And 9 times out of 10, normally an hour or so later, it rattles off with a fish. And then yeah, moving on to moorhen, that's the smallest out of the 3, and that caters up to 2 anglers.
Okay.
So in there you've got about 35 to 40 carp in there.
Yeah.
Average size is around the mid-double mark. It's actually just chucked up 2 20s this weekend as well. A lovely zip linear, which is a new 20 for moorhen, so that would be nice to get the pictures up of that one when they come through. And yeah, so again on there, if it's just if you've got yourself and a mate or the missus or whatever combo you want to chuck out there, that like fishing just the 2 of you, it's the perfect place for that. You know, regardless of whether it's day ticket or lake exclusive, if it's 2 of you fishing, you've got the whole pool to yourself.
And you can see the whole lake because there's no islands breaking
up,
is there?
No, that's it. No, that's it. You can see everything going on. You know, it's really good actually for you know, a bit of watercraft. If it's something you want to sort of work on as your watercraft, I would say here's quite good to do it in that respect of, because everything's so wary and subtle and on edge, you know, you've really got to have your wits about you on looking for the subtle bubblers, looking for that little roll when they come up tight to the islands or around the margins and stuff, and just being aware of them little things and adapting to that, you know, because in the future that can go on to catch you more fish. It definitely helps.
And it's very comfortable fishing here, you know, like you shower in your toilet block.
Yeah.
Lovely. Like,
yeah.
You know, it's such a nice little wedge, that is. It really is.
Yeah, no, good. But yeah, no, so it's little things like that that you know, it just makes a bit of a difference, and it just
But
it all helps.
you're an angler yourself, so
Yeah.
you've obviously tackled this with what you want to achieve, but
100%.
what you would want from a place, you know.
Yeah, definitely,
all these
definitely,
little
yeah.
things. Well, there we have it, Bugley Pools. That's the end of my session. It's been a great time down here. Sad them two, and unfortunately I lost one yesterday. Matt had one, obviously. The stock is doing phenomenal. The facilities are outstanding. You won't meet a nicer couple than Matt and Abby who run the place. Yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back. And if you haven't been here before, make sure you do. Check it out on Catch. And a word to the wise, bring a baiting pole. I don't think you'll go far wrong. Ta-ra.